Sister wives shock. Kody Brown kicks family out of the house after going bankrupt because of Robyn. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I'm Olivia, and I hope you're well by God's grace. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. In a turn of events more dramatic than any TLC camera could have captured, Sister Wives star Kody Brown has reportedly kicked members of his family out of their shared home after going bankrupt, and all fingers point to Robyn Brown as the root of his financial collapse. Once the patriarch of a sprawling polygamous family and a man who once dreamed of building his empire on the land of Coyote Pass, Kody now faces a crumbling world of foreclosures, empty bank accounts, and angry wives. This shocking saga is not just a tale of financial ruin, it's a cautionary story of obsession, favoritism, and betrayal. Here's the full story, from how Robyn's spending allegedly bankrupted him, to the tearful confrontations that ended with Kody forcing his own wives and children out of the house he could no longer afford to keep. The golden couple at the center of the storm. Since the beginning of Sister Wives, Kody Brown's favoritism toward Robyn has been glaringly obvious. Viewers watched him shower her with affection, buy her gifts, and prioritize her needs over his other wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine. While the other wives often settled for used furniture, modest vacations, and budget-friendly lifestyles, Robyn seemed to enjoy luxury handbags, designer clothes, and extravagant home decor. When the family moved to Flagstaff, it was Robyn's dream house that Kody stretched their finances to buy, even though it left little money for the others. According to sources close to the Browns, that was only the beginning. The money pit, how Robyn's spending spiraled out of control. After the move to Flagstaff, Kody reportedly became more and more entangled in Robyn's vision of an upscale lifestyle. She allegedly convinced him to invest in expensive jewelry businesses, upscale shopping sprees, private tutors for her children, and endless upgrades to their home. She wanted a certain kind of life, one insider explained. She didn't want the life Mary, Janelle, and Christine had settled for. And Kody couldn't say no to her. He never could. Rumors swirled that the family maxed out multiple credit cards. Kody allegedly drained his savings and borrowed against future TLC paychecks. He even tried to push his other wives to contribute more to keep the family afloat. But tensions boiled over when it became clear that the money was almost entirely going to Robyn's wants and needs. Bank notices and eviction threats. By early 2025, neighbors noticed bank officials coming and going from the Brown household. One neighbor claimed, "We saw papers taped to the door. It looked like foreclosure notices." Then there were loud arguments almost every night. The whole street could hear them yelling. Documents obtained by gossip outlets allegedly show that Kody had defaulted on mortgage payments for months. The property taxes for the Coyote Pass land also went unpaid. Multiple lawsuits reportedly piled up, contractors claiming they were never paid for work done on the property, credit companies suing for unpaid debts, and a local bank filing foreclosure proceedings. Still, Kody publicly denied any serious financial trouble. On social media, he posted about tight times but insisted they would pull through. Behind the scenes, however, the family was coming apart at the seams. The final straw. Family showdown. According to insiders, the breaking point came on a rainy Wednesday in June 2025. The family gathered in what they thought was a routine meeting. Mary, Janelle, and Christine reportedly showed up with their children in tow, hoping to discuss how to save the family finances and whether selling the Coyote Pass land might help. Instead, Kody stunned them all by standing up and declaring that he could no longer support everyone. "You're draining me dry," he allegedly yelled. "This isn't my fault. You've all been a burden. I can't do it anymore." The wives were reportedly speechless until Christine spoke up and accused him of mismanaging their money and giving everything to Robyn. "This is because of her," Christine reportedly screamed, pointing at Robyn. "You bankrupted us chasing her dream life. You threw us all away for her. And now you want to throw us out too?" Neighbors reported hearing doors slamming and crying children during the confrontation. One eyewitness claimed they saw Mary leaving with boxes packed into her car that night, looking absolutely devastated. Kody locks the door. In the hours after the argument, Kody reportedly changed the locks on the main house and sent group texts telling his wives and children to find other arrangements. Janelle's son, Garrison, allegedly tried to confront Kody on behalf of his mother, shouting at him on the driveway, "You're a coward. You ruined this family. You don't even care about us anymore." According to insiders, Kody didn't flinch, instead telling Garrison and the others to leave before he called the police. By morning, Mary and Janelle were reportedly staying in cheap motels, while Christine, who had already legally separated from Kody, opened her Utah home to some of the displaced children. Robyn's reaction. While Kody raged at his wives and children, Robyn reportedly cried and begged him not to kick everyone out. She was sobbing, saying she didn't want to be the reason the family fell apart, one insider claimed. But Kody kept saying he had no choice and that he had to protect what little he had left. Critics online were quick to point out that Robyn still appeared to be living comfortably in the main house, while the others scrambled for shelter. Photos surfaced of her shopping at a luxury boutique days later, wearing a new designer coat and carrying what looked like an expensive handbag. Public backlash. When news of the eviction broke, social media exploded with outrage. One viewer tweeted, "Kody Brown kicking his wives and kids out after blowing all his money on Robyn is peak narcissism. Shameful." Another wrote, "He let his ego and Robyn destroy everything. Those women deserve better." Some fans even started crowdfunding campaigns for Mary, Janelle, and their children, though it's unclear if the Browns accepted any donations. Legal ramifications. Sources close to the family say that Mary and Janelle have consulted lawyers about their rights to the property and any remaining marital assets. Since Kody is still legally married to Robyn and only spiritually married to the others, the legal situation is reportedly complex. Mary and Janelle feel they were conned. One legal expert commented, "If they can prove Kody mismanaged communal assets or misrepresented the family finances, they might have a case." Court filings have not yet been made public, but insiders claim that at least one wife is preparing to file a civil lawsuit against Kody for fraudulent depletion of marital assets. Children speak out. Several of Kody's older children have also spoken out on social media about the incident. One daughter wrote on Instagram, "My mom gave everything to this family. She sacrificed her happiness for years. And this is how he repays her? Disgusting." Another son reportedly posted a TikTok video showing boxes stacked outside a motel room with the caption, "Thanks, Dad. You really outdid yourself this time." TLC's response. While TLC has not made an official statement, insiders say that producers are scrambling to figure out how to handle the situation. The upcoming season of Sister Wives was reportedly already in production when the eviction occurred, and some crew members were present during the family confrontation. One anonymous production assistant claimed, "We were told to keep rolling no matter what happened." This was reality TV gold, but it was also heartbreaking to watch. Fans are now speculating whether the upcoming season will feature the fallout from Kody's bankruptcy and the dramatic eviction. What's next for the Browns? With his family scattered and his finances reportedly in ruins, Kody's future remains uncertain. Neighbors say he spends most of his days alone in the main house, pacing the driveway and taking calls. Some claim he's been spotted meeting with real estate agents and lawyers, possibly to sell what's left of the property. Meanwhile, Robyn reportedly remains by his side, though there are whispers that even she has grown frustrated with his outbursts and poor decisions. The wives' next moves. Mary. According to insiders, Mary has already begun looking at apartments in Salt Lake City and plans to relaunch her bed and breakfast business full-time. Janelle reportedly moved into an RV temporarily, but is looking to buy her own home outright. She's also said to be working on a memoir about her experiences. Christine, already separated from Kody, Christine remains in Utah with her fiancé David and has opened her home to some of her displaced children. She's reportedly furious with Kody and considering legal action. A broken patriarch. For years, Kody Brown saw himself as the head of a strong, united family. But now, his empire lies in pieces, torn apart by ego, favoritism, and financial mismanagement. His actions have not only left him bankrupt, but have also alienated the very people who stood by him for decades. And though he once dreamed of building homes for each of his wives on the Coyote Pass land, that dream has now turned into a nightmare, a barren piece of land haunted by empty promises. Fans weigh in. On fan forums and social media, viewers have been vocal about Kody's downfall. Some expressed sympathy for the wives and children, while others felt vindicated after years of watching Kody's favoritism toward Robyn. One fan wrote, "He had 4 amazing women and a beautiful family, and he threw it all away for Robyn and her expensive taste." Another added, "Robyn might have been the match that lit the fire, but Kody poured gasoline on it." A cautionary tale. The Brown story is more than just tabloid fodder. It's a cautionary tale about love, money, and the dangers of neglecting those who stand by you. As one family friend put it, at the end of the day, Kody chose one woman over his entire family. And now he is neither the family nor the money. Will Kody rebuild? Despite the chaos, some believe Kody may try to rebuild. Whether that means reconciling with his wives and children, selling the remaining property, or starting over entirely remains to be seen. But for now, he sits in an empty house surrounded by the echoes of what once was, a man who lost everything because he couldn't say no to his own ego and to Robyn. The shocking downfall of the Brown family has captivated millions, and the story is far from over. As court battles loom, bank accounts empty, and relationships shatter, one thing is clear. Sister Wives bombshell. Kody Brown is looking for a new wife, again. In the latest shocking twist in the never-ending saga of TLC's Sister Wives, Kody Brown is reportedly on the hunt for yet another wife, even as his relationships with his existing wives and children crumble around him. Viewers who have followed the show since its debut over a decade ago are stunned, but perhaps not surprised. After all, Kody has always preached the virtues of plural marriage, but with his family fractured, his finances in ruins, and his reputation at an all-time low, many are asking, why now? Why would Kody look for a new wife amid all this chaos? Here's everything we know, from the whispers about secret matchmaking meetings to the furious reactions of his estranged wives and children, in this full account of Kody's latest controversial pursuit. The rise and fall of the Brown family. When Kody Brown and his wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, introduced themselves to the world in 2010, they painted a picture of a happy, united, plural family. They shared meals, raised children together, and spoke glowingly of the principle of polygamy. For years, Kody balanced his relationships, sometimes awkwardly, and managed to keep the family under one roof. But cracks soon began to show. His favoritism toward Robyn alienated the other wives, while his authoritarian tendencies clashed with his older children. By 2023, Christine had officially left him and moved to Utah. Janelle was living apart from him in an RV. Mary was increasingly absent and openly unhappy. Even Robyn, his favorite, seemed worn down by his antics. The family was no longer united, yet, remarkably, Kody seems to think the solution is to bring someone new into the mix. Sources close to the Brown family say Kody began quietly looking for a new wife as early as March 2025. One insider claims he started dropping hints in conversations saying things like, "Maybe it's time to grow the family again," or "We need some new energy around here." At first, everyone thought he was joking, but he wasn't. According to these sources, Kody reached out to friends in the fundamentalist polygamist community and asked if they knew any single women interested in plural marriage. He even reportedly met with a few matchmakers to see what his options might be. Another source alleges Kody was spotted dining with a mystery woman in Flagstaff earlier this year. Why would Kody want another wife? On the surface, Kody's life seems like the last place a new wife would want to be. He's financially struggling, his family is fractured, and he faces constant public criticism. So, why is he seeking a new partner? Experts and former family friends speculate. Ego. Kody has always seen himself as the patriarch of a big family. With wives leaving and children turning their backs on him, adding a new wife may feel like a way to assert his identity. Religion. Although he strayed from some aspects of his faith, Kody may still feel compelled to fulfill what he believes is a spiritual duty to live plural marriage. Loneliness. With his relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Christine in tatters, and even Robyn reportedly frustrated with him, Kody may simply be seeking companionship. Control. Bringing in someone new, especially someone younger, may give him a sense of control he's lost with his current wives. Insiders claim Kody has already started actively searching, even creating a secret profile on a polygamy matchmaking website under an assumed name. He used a picture of himself from 10 years ago, one source alleged. And his bio said something like, "Strong, spiritual leader looking to build a kingdom with a loving, obedient wife." Others say he's been attending church services at smaller fundamentalist congregations in Utah and Arizona, where potential plural wives still sometimes gather. One witness described seeing him at a church potluck. He was walking around shaking hands, smiling, and asking about people's daughters. It was awkward. You could tell the women there knew who he was, and not all of them were impressed. Robyn's reaction. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of this story is how Robyn Brown has reacted. For years, she was the clear favorite, the last wife, as many fans dubbed her, and she seemed content with that status. According to insiders, Robyn was blindsided when she learned of Kody's intentions. She broke down crying when she found out, one source said. She kept asking him, "Am I not enough for you? Why do you need someone else?" Reportedly, Kody told her, "This isn't about you. It's about the family. It's about the principle." But those who know the Browns say Robyn is terrified of losing her position as Kody's favorite. Mary and Janelle's fury. Mary and Janelle, already estranged from Kody, were reportedly furious when they heard the news. Mary laughed when she heard, a family friend said. She said, "Good luck to whoever that poor woman is." Janelle was less amused. According to insiders, she called Kody and told him, "You've destroyed everything we built, and now you want to bring some innocent woman into this mess? Shame on you." Neither woman reportedly plans to participate in family events if a new wife is introduced. Christine's take. Christine, now happily engaged to her fiancé David in Utah, reportedly shook her head when told about Kody's plans. She said, "Of course he is. He'll never change," one insider revealed. Christine has already made it clear that she wants no further involvement in Kody's family drama and plans to protect her children from the fallout. The children speak out. Some of Kody's adult children have spoken out about their father's plans on social media. One daughter tweeted, "He couldn't take care of the wives and kids he already had. But sure, let's add another. Unreal." Another son posted on Instagram, "Somebody stop him before he ruins another woman's life." Several children reportedly begged him privately to reconsider, telling him that the family is already broken enough without adding someone else to the mix. Public backlash. When news of Kody's search leaked to the press, the public reaction was swift and brutal. Fans flooded social media with criticism. "This man is addicted to polygamy like it's a drug. He needs therapy, not another wife. How about fixing the relationships you already destroyed before you start new ones?" Some even created memes depicting Kody as a king sitting on a crumbling throne, still demanding more wives while his kingdom burns. Potential candidates. So, who would agree to marry Kody at this point? According to insiders, Kody has been looking for a woman in her late 20s or early 30s, significantly younger than his current wives, who is already familiar with polygamy. One name that surfaced in gossip circles was a woman named Rachel, reportedly from a fundamentalist community in southern Utah. However, she quickly distanced herself from the rumors, telling local reporters, "Absolutely not. I have no interest in being on TV or part of that drama." Another potential candidate, a woman in Flagstaff who met Kody through church, reportedly went on one dinner date with him, but declined further contact. Is TLC involved? Some speculate that Kody's search for a new wife may actually be driven, at least in part, by TLC producers. A production insider claimed, "Let's be honest, the show is more interesting when there's a new wife. Viewers tune in for the drama. And Kody knows that." The producers definitely aren't discouraging him. Fans have noted that cameras have been seen following Kody to church events and around town, fueling rumors that the search will be featured prominently in the next season. What's next for the Browns? With Kody pursuing a new wife, the already fragile family dynamic is poised to explode even further. Mary has reportedly moved permanently to Utah and is focusing on her business. Janelle is said to be writing a memoir about her experiences and has cut off most contact with Kody. Christine is preparing for her wedding to David and has made it clear she wants nothing to do with the situation. Robyn remains with Kody but is reportedly heartbroken and angry. Meanwhile, Kody continues his search, seemingly undeterred by the fallout. Will Kody find a new wife? Whether Kody will succeed in finding someone willing to join his family remains to be seen. Some believe he may eventually convince a woman from within the fundamentalist community, someone who values the principle of plural marriage over fame or financial security. Others believe his tarnished reputation and the toxic dynamics of his family make it unlikely anyone will agree. A family friend summed it up. Kody doesn't understand that it's not 2010 anymore.
People know who he is now.
They've seen how he treats women. Who would sign up for that? For years, Kody held himself up as the model of a polygamist husband, loving, fair, spiritual. But over time, viewers and his own family saw the reality: favoritism, neglect, ego, and poor decision-making. Now, as he searches for another wife, it's clear he hasn't learned from his mistakes and may be doomed to repeat them. Fans weigh in. On Reddit and Twitter, Sister Wives fans continue to debate Kody's motives and the likelihood of his success. One fan wrote, "Kody doesn't want a wife. He wants someone to worship him. That's not love. That's narcissism." Another added, "I feel sorry for any woman who falls for his act. He'll chew her up and spit her out like he did the others." Some even jokingly suggested TLC run a spin-off dating show. Who wants to be Kody's next wife? Kody Brown's search for a new wife is equal parts tragic and inevitable, the latest chapter in a long story of hubris, heartbreak, and dysfunction. As one former family friend said, Kody's problem isn't that he doesn't have enough wives. His problem is that he doesn't know how to be a husband. Whether he finds a new wife or not, one thing seems certain: the Brown story will continue to fascinate, frustrate, and captivate audiences for years to come. Sister Wives exclusive, Janelle and Mary Brown say they don't want to see Kody's face anymore. In a stunning and emotional turn of events, Sister Wives stars Janelle and Mary Brown have reportedly cut all ties with Kody Brown, declaring they no longer even want to see his face. For years, fans have watched the slow unraveling of Kody's plural marriage. But now, it seems the two wives who held on the longest, Janelle and Mary, have finally reached their breaking point. Their words have shocked even those closest to the family, marking what could be the definitive end of Kody's dream of a united, polygamist household. Here is the full story, from the years of tension, hurt, and betrayal that led to this moment, to the emotional scenes that played out behind closed doors, and what comes next for the Browns. The beginning of the end. When Sister Wives premiered on TLC in 2010, Kody Brown presented himself as the proud patriarch of a happy, functioning polygamist family. With wives Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, and over a dozen children, the Browns appeared to embody the principle of plural marriage. But viewers quickly noticed cracks. Kody showed blatant favoritism toward Robyn, often at the expense of his relationships with the other wives. Christine left him officially in 2021, citing years of emotional neglect and favoritism toward Robyn. At the time, many wondered if Mary and Janelle would follow suit. For a while, they stayed, but now, according to insiders, they've not only left emotionally, but they also don't even want to look at him anymore. Years of neglect and favoritism. According to family insiders, Janelle and Mary both endured years of neglect before finally reaching their breaking points. Mary, Kody's first wife, had been emotionally estranged from him for nearly a decade. Viewers watched as Kody admitted on national television that he no longer felt romantic toward her and suggested she move on. Janelle, Kody's second wife, was more stoic, often putting up with his coldness in the name of family unity. But over time, her frustration became palpable, particularly as she saw Kody giving all his time and attention to Robyn. One source close to the family explained, Janelle and Mary have put up with so much for so long. They've been publicly humiliated, dismissed, and made to feel like they don't matter. It's no wonder they've finally said, enough. The breaking point. So, what finally pushed them over the edge? According to those familiar with the situation, the final straw came during a family meeting earlier this year. The meeting, called by Kody, was supposed to be about the family's finances and the future of the Coyote Pass property. But instead of finding solutions, Kody reportedly spent much of the meeting berating Mary and Janelle for not being supportive enough and accused them of trying to destroy the family. They were stunned, one source said. He was yelling, blaming them for everything that went wrong, even though he's the one who's been absent for years. Janelle reportedly stood up and shouted, "I don't want to see your face anymore. You disgust me." Mary, who had been quietly crying, allegedly nodded and added, "Me neither. I can't even look at you without feeling sick." Emotional scenes behind closed doors. According to eyewitnesses, the meeting quickly turned into a shouting match, with both women storming out and refusing to return. Neighbors reported seeing Janelle packing bags into her car later that night. Mary reportedly spent the night at a friend's house before leaving town the next day. "It was heartbreaking," said a family friend. They both looked like they had finally broken. But there was also this sense of relief, like they were finally free. Kody's reaction. Unsurprisingly, Kody reportedly didn't take the rejection well. He kept saying they were being dramatic, one insider said. He said things like, "You'll come crawling back, and you need me more than I need you." But deep down, you could tell it rattled him. According to another source, Kody called both women repeatedly in the days following the fight, leaving voicemails, sending texts, but neither responded. He even showed up at Janelle's motel and banged on the door, the source claimed. She refused to open it. Robyn's role. Many believe Robyn's presence is a key reason for the collapse of Kody's marriages. For years, Robyn has been perceived as the favorite, receiving the lion's share of Kody's time, money, and attention. Fans have long criticized her for not stepping up to defend her sister wives when they were sidelined. After Janelle and Mary's outburst, Robyn reportedly broke down in tears, saying she never wanted this to happen. But sources say neither woman was moved by her tears. Mary told her, "You can have him. He's all yours," one source recounted. The children take sides. The Brown children, many now grown, have also weighed in, some publicly, others privately. One of Janelle's sons reportedly posted on social media, "Proud of my mom for standing up for herself. She deserves better." Another child, on the condition of anonymity, said, "We've all watched him hurt our moms for years. I don't blame them one bit for walking away." Some of Robyn's children, however, are said to be upset by the fallout, feeling that the family is turning on each other and blaming their mother unfairly. Moving on. Janelle. After leaving Kody, Janelle reportedly rented a small home in Flagstaff and began focusing on herself. Friends say she's been attending yoga classes, gardening, and spending more time with her grandchildren. "She seems lighter," one friend noted. "It's like a weight's been lifted." Mary, meanwhile, has reportedly moved back to Utah to focus on her bed and breakfast business. She's been spotted hiking in the mountains and posting cryptic but empowering quotes on Instagram, such as, "Sometimes walking away is the bravest thing you can do." Fans react. When news of Janelle and Mary's declaration broke, social media erupted. Fans have long urged both women to leave Kody and have overwhelmingly supported their decision. One fan tweeted, "Finally, Janelle and Mary deserve happiness. Kody's face isn't worth another second of their lives." Another wrote, "This should have happened years ago. Proud of them for finally standing up for themselves." Memes also flooded the internet, including one showing Janelle and Mary walking away from Kody with a caption, "We don't know him." What about the show? TLC has not commented publicly on the developments, but insiders say cameras were rolling during the explosive family meeting and the aftermath. "This is TV gold," one production assistant reportedly said. "It's heartbreaking, but it's also the most real the show has ever been." Some fans have even speculated that TLC may launch spin-offs following Janelle and Mary as they rebuild their lives without Kody. Kody left alone? With Christine gone, Janelle and Mary refusing to see him, and even Robyn reportedly frustrated, Kody's world has shrunk dramatically. Neighbors say he spends most days alone in the large house he bought for Robyn, pacing the driveway and making angry phone calls. One neighbor noted, "He looks like a man who thought he was untouchable, and now he's realizing he's not." A pattern of behavior. Experts in family dynamics say Kody's downfall was almost inevitable. A relationship therapist who has studied the Brown's story commented, "When one partner repeatedly shows favoritism, neglects others, and refuses to take responsibility, eventually people reach their limit. What we're seeing now is the natural consequence of years of imbalance." What's next for Janelle and Mary? Both women appear determined to move forward and to never look back. Janelle's future. Friends say she's considering writing a memoir about her experiences, possibly even pitching a book deal to share her side of the story. She wants to help other women who feel stuck, one friend revealed. She wants them to know it's never too late to choose yourself. Mary's future. Mary, meanwhile, is said to be exploring travel opportunities and has hinted at starting a podcast or YouTube channel to discuss empowerment and healing after toxic relationships. After more than 3 decades of sharing their lives with Kody, both women have finally closed the chapter. As one family friend put it, they've cried all their tears. They've had all the arguments. They don't even want to look at him anymore. And who can blame them? On Reddit and Twitter, fans have shared their thoughts and support. Janelle and Mary have carried that man for too long. Good for them for finally letting go. You can only be disrespected so many times before you say enough. They don't even want to see his face? That's the kind of peace we should all strive for. Janelle and Mary's story is more than just tabloid drama. It's a powerful message about self-respect, boundaries, and the courage to walk away. As one fan summarized, "These women are showing us that you can choose yourself at any age, at any stage. And you don't have to keep looking at someone who hurt you." Some believe this may finally be the wake-up call Kody needs to reflect on his behavior. But others are less optimistic. As one former family friend noted, "Kody doesn't think he's the problem, so he'll just keep blaming everyone else, even as they all walk away." The story of Janelle and Mary's break from Kody marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of something new for them. No longer tied to a man who took them for granted, they're free to rediscover themselves, their passions, and their peace. And as for Kody, he may finally understand what it means to be truly alone.